What's going on, health and wellness family? Health is King is back again with another video. All right, in this video I'm talking about fake friends. All right, what are fake friends? What do I mean? This is a health and wellness channel. Why are we talking about fake friends? All right, when I talk about fake friends, I'm talking specifically about processed foods, right? Processed foods, like fake friends, a lot of people think that they're good for you, but over a longer period of time, you realize that they're not good for you, they're detrimental for your health, and they should probably only be consumed in moderation. But sometimes it's difficult to recognize processed foods and fake friends, right? Because a lot of processed foods are often advertised as healthy, and many of them have components of healthy foods, but they have been processed in a way to add a lot of sugars, a lot of salts, a lot of food additives, and other ingredients that make the food overall unhealthy, right? A lot of the good qualities have been stripped, and a lot of bad things have been added, right? So it's important that we understand what processed foods are so that we're able to differentiate them when starting to develop a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. So we're going to watch a video that talks a little bit about processed foods, what they are, what they look like, and I'm going to give a little review at the end, just briefly, my thoughts, and let's hop right in.
But now to a GMA health alert about processed foods and cancer. According to a new study, eating 10% more of what's known as ultra processed foods is associated with a significant increase in overall cancer risk. And so Dr. Jen Ashton is here, and nutritionist Maya Feller is here as well. Thank you both. So break down the study.
Okay, so this was a study done in France, and what it showed is that people who ate highly processed foods had a 10% higher risk of all types of cancer. If they ate 10% more of this ultra-processed foods in their overall diet, 12% overall risk in cancer, and 11% overall increased risk in breast cancer. Now, here come the caveats, and it's really important on this study to read between the lines here. Number one, we talk about relative risk versus absolute risk. The numbers I just gave are relative risk. You want to know how many more cases of breast cancer per 10,000, per 100,000. The study did not break that down. And like so many studies that we all talk about here, this study was based on association, not cause and effect. And until we can connect those dots, we have to interpret the results with caution.
Big difference there. But all that being said, sometimes we think we're doing the right thing and we don't realize that it's processed, ultra processed.
Right. So one of the things I want to say to everyone is that you have to understand that ultra processed is processed food, right?
Okay.
We're talking about foods that have added sugars, salts, fats, preservatives, fillers, gums, added colors and flavors. Things like, these fruity yogurt drinks or sodas and, energy drinks with lots of color. Some things that might be surprising, we're looking at, packaged muffins and baked goods, deli meats.
Deli meats?
Yeah, deli meats,
Okay.
refined breads, instant soups. Those all fall into the category of ultra processed.
It's really anything with a shelf life, right?
Exactly.
Anything that can live on a shelf for a long period of time.
That's always a sign.
Exactly.
That's why organic, it expires so quickly, but it's better for you. All right, so tell us why these types of foods could be linked to cancer.
Well, again, in the study, they didn't explain that from a biologic or scientific standpoint, but there are some theories. And if you look at them, it's a long list. These foods tend to be less nutritious overall. They tend to have, like Maya was saying, a ton of food additives, chemicals that you can't even pronounce. They are packaged and they are processed. So what I tell my patients, what Maya tells her clients, eat from the farm, not the factory. If you can't recognize it as its true food form, that's a real clue that it's processed or ultra processed.
Eat from the farm, not the factory, y'all.
There you go.
Eat from the farm, not the factory, y'all.
That's right.
All right, that's it.
I can get with that.
Well, part of the reason why it's so convenient. It's cheap, it's convenient. So what are some ways that we can save some money and save some time more?
Okay, so one of the things that I always tell people is shop the perimeter of the grocery store, right? That's where you're going to find your fresh goods. I also like to encourage people to get to know your food and also know your nutrition facts labels. You need to be able to identify what is whole and minimally processed in comparison to what is ultra processed. The other thing is get back to your kitchen, cook at home. You know what I mean? Okay, I understand understand people are busy, but what you can do is you can buy pre-cut meats and vegetables.
Some shortcuts.
Yeah, absolutely. They just have to not have the additives that, you know, the ultra-processed foods have. And it's also okay to try prepared foods at the grocery store, like grilled chicken or grilled vegetables. Even some of these healthier salads that have things like legumes are going to be full of fiber, vitamins, and minerals.
Okay. All right.
There you go. I'm going to take this.
I'm about to say, I got my lunch right here. I'm all set. Thank y'all very much. Hey, have a good weekend.
So I had to finish the video back in my little office, but to touch on a few things they talked about in the video, right? They talked heavily about the association between ultra-processed foods and cancers, right? Processed foods have also been linked to other chronic conditions that fall within the top 10 causes of death, like heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and hypertension, just to name a few. Processed foods have also been linked to high blood pressure, being overweight, and being obese, which are all risk factors for the previous top 10 causes of death that I just mentioned. They also talked about a few processed foods that some of us love and enjoy on a regular basis and don't think can be harmful, but over a long period of time, consumed regularly, they can be detrimental, right? They talked about deli meats. Other processed foods that you might not think of as processed are bacon, granola bars, flavored nuts, microwave popcorn, dried fruit, fruit snacks, butter, ketchup, instant ramen. These are all different processed foods that over a period of time can do damage, right? Because they have, again, high amounts of salt, high amounts of sugar, and other additives that just don't help your body. In closing, think of your body as a car, right? Just like you want to put quality gas in your car so it can perform properly, you want to put quality foods in your body so you can perform optimally, right? Foods can either fight or feed diseases, they can provide you sustainable energy, and they can even heal you in certain instances. And so you want to make sure you're intentional about what you put in your body. So that's all I have for today. Again, if you have any questions, comment, like the video, subscribe. Until next time, peace.